Hi, Connie. And there's Ronnie. Welcome, Joanne. Nice to see you here. And there's Stephanie. And hi, Diane. I'm glad you made it, Ronnie. We'll wait one more minute for a few more people to find me. I hope everybody had a good day today. All right. Anybody do any crafting today? All right, I'm going to wait one more minute. Hi, Patsy. Welcome, welcome. Miss Denise, welcome. Oh, Stephanie, you made some Thanksgiving cards. Nice. And there's Cindy. Welcome, ladies. Okay, we'll get started in about 30 more seconds. 6 of my kids? I made 6 of your kids. Oh, nice, Diane. The ones you picked up Saturday at the co-op. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I made a few anniversary cards. Okay, we're going to get started. Okay, so we are in a new month and we have a new host code. I know you all know my name. My name is Corinne Sandin. I've been stamping for a long, long time. Some of you saw that I got recognized from Stampin' Up! After all these years. So that was kind of sweet. So if your order is less than $150, please use this host code. If you can't remember, it's probably on my business page, or you can always text me as well. Okay. The stamp set that bundle that I've been talking about since last month is now available for you to purchase. It does come, if you purchase the whole bundle for $82, it comes with paper and some special cotton paper and these embellishments. Now, the paper and stuff is only as supplies last. The stamp set and the die, of course, will be ready when they run out. So if you're interested in any of these unique products, please let me know, and I can send you this flyer so you can have all the numbers to look at. So that's it. Tonight, I told you we were going to make an ornament in a very quick, pretty card. So this is the card. I'm going to do it first. I love to put not common Christmas color cards together. So this is Blackberry Bliss, and this is the Fresh Fiesta. So I need to cut this down just a little bit. It was just a piece of scrap that I grabbed. So I'm cutting my mat to 4 inches by 5 1/4, I'm sorry. And then those of you that are familiar with the Peaceful, which was part of the Stampin' Up! Bundle this month. This is a page of the paper. Let me grab my pack right here. Comes comes with 6 of these on one sheet. So you can cut them so that they're 6 by 6. This would be very beautiful as a home decor item. And then there's a whole bunch more, which you might see in the next few weeks. So I cut mine down 6 by 6. And now I'm going to take my cutter, because I want to leave this up here so that I can have the top of the tree. So since my Fresh Fiesta is 4 inches, I know that I want this to be 3 3/4. So I'm going to line that up right there. Cut it. And then I want this to be 5 inches. So I'm going to flip it and cut so that I can keep most of that beautiful big tree. So there, that's it. This is a super quick card. If you have a lot of cards that you want to mass produce, this is a good one to do that for. I can see I did not score my card, so let me grab my score board. Scored at 4 1/4. This is our standard A2 card, which is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. I see we have a few people that have joined us. Oh, am I still frozen? Because I look good on my end. Connie or Cindy, am I still frozen? I see Carolyn's joined us. I don't see anybody else saying anything. Okay, I'm good. Good. So let me take a bone folder and really burnish this well. So this is going to get matted onto here. The only thing I didn't like is, see there's that little whisker up there? That drives me a little bit nuts, but I'm going to let it go. This is even pretty this side. Probably should have grabbed another wet glue before I started. So I see some of you, hi Carolyn, I see some of you make cards today. Like I said, I made a few anniversary cards. I have a couple of special people that are celebrating their anniversary this month. I can't show them online because they might be watching. So I'm going to put some dimensionals behind this to raise it up a little bit. Sometimes I find that when we do that, it really helps elevate the card. I know this is a super simple card, but the ornament is going to take a few minutes. So let me take these off. Oh shoot, did I misplace my pickup tool again? It looks like it. I only have 3, you know. You'd think I would be able to keep them in. But I move around my room. So that's just going to get matted right there. Now, how many of you, let's ask a little question here. How many of you would put these as Christmas colors? Anybody? I gotta find a piece of scrap. So that's Fresh Fiesta. In Blackberry Bliss, which is the ink that I'm going to use. Oops, my stamp is out, so let me hide him behind my iPad. So I'm using this beautiful Merry Christmas from the Evergreen Elegance. Oh, I'm glad, Carolyn, you're in my troop. I like untraditional colors. This is probably a little bit bigger than I want, so I'm going to make sure that I bring this down. and then I can trim it. I'm just going to hold that there for a few seconds and let the ink gravitate. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Now, because this is a red pigment type ink, I would recommend that you give it a few minutes to dry. So I'm going to let that sit there and start the ornament. So the ornament I'm making is a little box that opens up. I made a hockey one. This is bootleg paper. And you can see those Fialo fit very good in there. So I'm making some of these for my grandchildren. I'll put some money in one of those. They love those. And a little Nana note. As my grandson Costello would say, love notes. And then this one is using some of our paper. And isn't it cool how it opens up? Have any of you ever... I'm always looking for new ornaments to make. Yeah, I do too. I do the 12 days of Christmas for my grandchildren. So I'm always looking for new... cute little ornaments or stuff that I can put things in. Here's one using the dog and cat paper. So when you pull it, it keeps it shut, and you can, it's long enough that you can hang it on your tree. So this is probably dry enough now. Let me grab my cutter one more time. Trim that down a little bit. And then I'm going to use my banner punch that you've seen me use many, many times. You can get these right now at our local Dollar Tree for those of you that live in town. $1, how can you go wrong? So I want to make sure that I don't punch that M. So I'm going to flip this over. So in case I see the writing, which I don't, so I know I'm okay, I'm going to punch it out. And I'm going to go back in one more time. I want it a little bit closer. There we go. Now since I raised up my card, I'm not going to raise up my greeting. I'm going to put that right up here in the right hand corner. And then I'm going to grab my ink colors, the current ink colors. I thought either the pink or this beautiful Fresh Fiesta went really well. So since I can't find my pickup tool, I'm going to put a couple of these on it just to give it a little bit of bling. Now some people like to put a lot. I'm one of those that thinks less is better. That's my style. So there. And put these away and we can get started on our ornament. Get one right here in the camera view for you. And gather my supplies. Let me see. Okay, so here's all my little pieces. All right. So this is pretty easy. I will have the template up on my site tomorrow. This is 5 1/4 by 8 1/2. So I'm going to get my big scoreboard out this time. And let me see if I can do a little bit of adjustments. Oh, now we're frozen. Okay, looks like we're good to go again. So I'm going to put this so you can see it. I'm going to grab my score tool. So across the 8.5 side, which is what this is, we're going to do 3/4. 2.5. I'm going to bring this on this side. Okay, 3/4, 2.5, 4.25, 6, and 7.75. Now these two end pieces, I'm going to flip it over. So this 3/4 one and the 7-inch one is going to be a different fold, the 7 3/4. So I'm going to rescore it. One's a mountain and the others are valleys. Okay, so on your 5 1/4 side, you're only going to have 2 score marks. One at 1 3/4 and 3.5. So what you end up with is this, looks like a grid almost. Now at this point, you need a ruler. So I had a little ruler. Did I put it in my... All right, I'm going to grab a ruler out of my thing here. So you're going to skip this one and skip this one. You're going to make a grid, straight line from this corner here to this corner. I got this pattern from another demonstrator called Paper Pixie. Or Pixie Paper, I can never remember. But she loves to do boxes and stuff. So if you're looking for a challenge, she's a good one. So again, this corner to this corner. Then you're going to do this. This is what's created this part right here. What I'm doing right now. Okay, so this one here, again, this corner, this corner. This corner. All right, so it looks good. Let me put my things away and get a bone folder here. Okay, so these, the end goes down, and then we're going to start forming the box. I'm folding it all in the same direction until I get to this little piece again. Then I'm going to fold that one back. So you can see the box is starting to take shape. We're going to fold these and these. Then we're going to start to do some cutting. I'm just going to start these by hand, this vertical fold. Let's add an angle. All right, so I'm going to grab my snips, which are the absolute best scissors. If you do not own a pair, I suggest that that be your next investment. So I'm cutting down these two edges to that second score line, flipping it and doing the exact same thing. All right, so now I need to cut these a little bit. So let me grab my cutter again and show you a cool trick. So this middle flap, I'm going to fold it down. I'm going to put this in my cutter, and I want this fold to be on the 1/2 inch side. So each one of these squares is 1/4 inch. So I'm going to put that down and cut right across. Make sure you fold that center one down. I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. Line it up so that this fold is on the 1/2 inch mark. And cut. Now I'm going to do a similar thing with these diagonal triangle folds, I guess if you want to call it. I'm going to make sure that that fold, I can see it. Here's the 1/2 inch and there's a 1/2 inch. Hold it down and cut them both. I want to line this up with the 1/2 inch mark. So you can see 2 squares here and 2 squares here. So that's going to give me the same amount as I had on the other side. So you can see they both have the same amount. All right. So now we need to do some corner rounding. So I'm going to use my trio punch here. This is in the catalog. Whoops. And it's very forgiving, as you can see. It didn't round my corner. Then I'll put this one in. Make sure it's all the way in. It might be jiggling my camera, and I apologize for that if it is. Okay, same thing on the opposite end. Slide it in all the way, and you can see 2 little grooves here where my fingers are. That's where you want to make sure that it's lined up. I know many people have a love-hate relationship with boxes, but I personally like them. So now I want to miter my corners just a little bit so that it'll fold better. Gets rid of some of that bulkiness. I don't measure this, it's all eyeballing. I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite end. Now, if you want to Google this pattern from her, you certainly can. I did a couple of things a little bit different than she did. You are going to need 6 pieces of designer series paper. She had them 2 different sizes, but I cut mine all the same. Now, if your pattern has a direction, you want to think about that when you're cutting it. But this particular paper does not. So each one of these is going to get folded down there. And I'm missing one. What did I do with that? Oh, well, I can cut another one right here. So then you're left with 2. And we want some on these triangles. So I'm just going to cut it. Hold the 2 of them together and cut them at the same time. This is Blush and Bride, if anybody wants to know what color I'm using. Okay, so I'm going to start gluing these down. Put it right there. Should have a little border. You hold that there for a second. I love making boxes too, Karen. I like making them and filling them. Now, if you want your flap to be thinner, you can just cut more off. There's no right or wrong way to do this. You just need to cut some of it. Nope. I think I'm going to have to go get a glue. Hold on a minute. Right here. Sorry about that. I should have checked before I went live. I'm going to put that right there. My last triangle. Oh, come on. We know you only need a little bit because it spreads out. Yeah, hold that there for a second. Now we can start gluing these down. This is a sample of the paper for my Christmas card paper share that you'll be getting, those of you that have signed up for it. I do have a couple of kits left. They will be ready on, I believe it's the 18th. It's a week or whatever the Thursday is before Thanksgiving. I know that long weekend people sometimes like to get their cards in the mail or finish them up. Prior to COVID, I used to have a whole day thing at my house for the weekend. Okay. It looks like those are all down pretty good. So at this point, we're ready to assemble our box. The first thing I do, though, is I fold it right in half. And I'm going to make a couple of marks so I can punch holes. Where is my white pen? Oh no, missing in action. See if I have another one here. I don't want to use a marker because it's going to show through. I don't have a pencil. Oh, here's a gold one. That's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to make a mark at 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm telling you, if you don't use grid paper, you're better than I am, because I have to use grid paper. So now I'm just going to take a 1/8 handheld punch. I'm sure many of you have some type. I know it's retired. Hold those together so that they'll line up. Okay, so now we're going to glue this flap up nice and straight. Now, some of you may want to use your tearing tape, which is what I'm going to use tonight, just to have it go a little faster. I'm going to put it as close to that fold as I can get it. Grab a block, tear the tape. You can use a credit card or a block, works really good. On this flap too. Whoop, pulled that one right off. Try again, I wasn't holding it enough, I guess. Burnish it first. There we go. I love to make mistakes on camera so you can see I'm just like you guys. We all make the same ones, don't we? Okay, burnish this very good. Using the edge of your bone folder. Take off your protective tape. See how there's a fold here? I want to make sure that it's lined up nice. Fits like a glove, as I say. Burnish that well. Do the other side. Line that up and then burnish well. Flip it over and you're going to repeat the whole thing all over again. Make sure it's lined up nice and straight. Nice and straight. One last time. And then we're going to make sure that these are going in. You might have to do a little playing with it the first time. You're doing reverse folds here. There we go. So that when it comes together, it's like a little box. I took a piece of dark ribbon just so that you can see better. I use about 18 inches or so, but you can put as much as you want. Of course, when I get ready to give this, I'm not going to be using this ribbon, but I did it just so that you can see. You're going to thread it through one end into the back end, and then around the back, and this time you're going to come through. Now, I want to pull this through one more time. And how you're going to laugh at this trick. I hope, anyways. We never have enough hands, do we, when we're stamping or scrapbooking. So I always try to find something that I can use. So I'm just taking a plain old punch, sticking it down in between the ribbon, and pulling it so that it's even. Whoops, a little bit more this way. Because I know that that would be wide enough to put something in there. So now I'm just tying it into a bow. I'm going to hold my knot and play with my bow just a little bit. So now you pull it from the back to close it. So money will fit well, candy. Like I said, I'm going to put these. My grandchildren love these. I'm going to put those with a love note. And, of course, some money. They all like that. So I'm going to bring in all the samples so you can see what different ones I made. And my hockey one. I have a son that likes the Bruins. And then my cards. Where did I put my cards? I seem to have misplaced the cards. Oh, maybe they're under this paper. No. Well, oh, here they are. Here's the cards. I hope you guys make some. I look forward to seeing what you make. Cute, but not easy. Oh, it is easy, Sue. It really is. It looks harder than what it really is. Yes, I love filling them. That's one of my favorite things. So this will be, this and the popcorn things that I did will be 2 days of the 12 days. I think I have a couple of other things already done too. So, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a great day. I hope you enjoyed this class. Please share if you can. I can't remember what next week's project is. I'm sorry. I'm always working ahead, so I should go check the bin before I do class, but I didn't. So until next week, please take care of yourselves, stay well, and be kind to each other. Bye-bye now.